13th of Adar. It marks the Hilula of Rabbi Yosef Almanzi. He was born, I believe, in the English year 1801 and passed away in the year 1860. Let's explore a few of the highlights of the rabbi's life in itself. Now, he was born in Padua. Remember, in Padua, there was a very strong Jewish community at that point in time, a Torah community. And he was the eldest son of Baruch Hayim Almanzi, who happened to be himself a wealthy merchant over there. He would receive a wide education through various different private tutors. I think one of them was Israel Konian, it was reported over. According to the Italian custom, he began at an early age to write Hebrew poems on special occasions. Remember, back in the day, it was very common in Judaism to write, in especially those countries, Italian countries, to write poetry, to express Torah or Judaism through poetry. Come at the age of 20 years old, he was a very great student with regards to Jewish literature and a collector of Hebrew books, very rare books and manuscripts that he could not purchase. He would actually copy even all of those. He had good commands over various different languages like German, Latin, Italian, Hebrew, and French languages. And it said he was also known as Syriac language in of itself. It's spoken, I think, in Mesopotamian language and Aramaic, respectively. And it's actually interesting. He had like huge, well-selected library, which I think some of it was actually formerly belonging to Rabbi Chaim Yosef David Azulay the Chida, the famous rabbi, Moroccan rabbi of yesteryear, which I think his father had bought from Rav Azulay's son, Rav Raphael Isaiah Azulay. I think he bought it in Ancona, respectively, over here. It was largely increased by Rabbi Yosef Almanzi. Various different rare editions and manuscripts made it one of the most, let's say, important and wide-range private possessions in that point in time. And I think he had connection to Rabbi Luzzatto also, if I'm not mistaken, Rabbi Shmuel David Luzzatto, who was known as a famous Jewish scholar, a poet, and a member of the Wissenschaft des Judentums movement over there, respectively, over there. It's a person we've spoken about on various occasions before inside this series. I think we actually dedicated a video within regards to him on previous occasions. So I'd recommend everyone to look in that at a later stage within regards to Rav Luzzatto. Okay, but in Italy, at May, there was a very, very famous Jewish community over there. I think during the last years of his life, Rav Almanzi would live in Trieste, and he would take like an interest within regards to communal affairs over there. And it was reported over that he was unmarried at the time he passed away. I think not all his poems were published. I think a selection of them was. He was a writer also, and he was a translator, let's say, of biblical Hebrew, of poems of the various different Italian authors. I believe it's reported over that after his death, Rav Luzzatto would publish a number of his Hebrew letters and of his poems in a collection called the Yad Yosef, the Hand of Joseph, respectively. He would leave a number of Hebrew poems in manuscript, it's reported over. Among them, there was various different translations, and I believe his family would publish in his honor a catalogue of his Hebrew library, which was compiled by his friend Rav Luzzatto, respectively, who also wrote a preface, it's reported over. And various descriptions of the manuscripts are actually put together. And it's actually interesting. I think the greater part of the manuscripts are actually bought by the British Museum afterwards. And there were rare books that found its way to the bookseller in Amsterdam and in various other places, I think in 1868. And various other places make the library reported over in 1893 to the Columbia University also. So let's explore a few of the books some of the books that he actually wrote in himself, including, I believe, the first book, the Me'il Kina, which is Robe of Mourning, let's just say in itself. Then a bibliography of Rabbi Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, the famous Ramchal, which was in Kerem Hemed, respectively. And there was more books to brush on, even Avnei Zikaron, which was another famous book, the Yad Yosef, which was put into the Chalakim himself, the Kihinim V'Aga, and the Sefer Toldot of Moshe Chaim Luzzatto, which we spoke about before, and the Nezem Zahav, respectively. So he was a rabbi that was multilingual, spoke many languages. He was Italian rabbi, very famous one. Now it's reported over that I think he would pass away in, if I'm not mistaken, in Austrian littoral, in the part of the Austrian Empire was at that point in the Trieste area was. So he would pass away over there. And he's Hilula. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We're covering many, many rabbis from all over the Oriental countries and Sephardic countries. Wishing you well. Subscribe to the channel and share the videos to other people if they might be interested. So take care and be well.